Today, we're going to be fresh cracking the 1792 12 year. Everybody knows the small batch is a killer value. The bottle and bond is one of my favorites, and the foolproof is just an absolute beast. But I don't know much about this 12 year. Never had it before, so let's see how it stacks up. Welcome back to Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we're doing a fresh crack on the 1792 12 year. Now, 1792 is a Barton product. 1792s, they're small batches of shelfer product. Then you're going up from there, you've got the bottle and bond, which is, still pretty difficult to find, but, definitely easier than some of the others. Then you got the foolproof. That one is about the same rarity, as the bottle and bond. Then they've got the sweet wheat. That bottle's like impossible to find, and I never had it myself. Don't really know too much about it. Then you got the 12 year as well. Again, pretty heavily allocated. I never see it here in Virginia. I was able to pick this bottle up in New York. Paid $70 for it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this bottle. So fun fact about 1792, the distillery actually wasn't founded in 1792. It was founded in, great cork pop, 1879. And so 1792 was founded in 1879. And they're in Bardstown, Kentucky. And that actually makes them the oldest fully operating distillery in Bardstown. So, it's a little fun fact I got. Other than that, again, this bottle retails for $50. I've never seen it for $50. Saw it for $7 one time out in California. I was trying to convince the store owner to sell me a Coy Hill, and he wouldn't do it. They wanted, me to take a second mortgage out on my house to buy that thing, and ended up passing on it, and was kind of kicking myself because, I never see this bottle. But anyways, let's get into the next. Yeah, a lot of vanilla. Not really getting, much ethanol. This bottle comes in at 96.6 proof. 12 years old. I do want to do a comparison to the bottle and bond. This bottle's a store pick. Still a good bottle, but just kind of, this is 100 proof. This is 97, just about 12 years old. Like, can you taste the oak in the bottle? Is this bottle worth $50? And, has it even come close to the ridiculous secondary prices these days? Yeah, I get a lot of vanilla sweetness. Yeah, vanilla sweetness, not as much like caramel, maybe like a little bit of toffee there. It's not really like a peanut, it's almost a little bit more like an almond, something like that on the nose, but yeah, there's a little bit of a nut there, which you would expect, being a Barton product and all. That nut, I think, is pretty prominent on most of their offerings. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to the palate. Yeah, the legs are all right. But let's get to the palate. Cheers. Hmm. Yeah, coming off that, Michter's 10 review with like the viscosity on that, this one's coming off like a little bit more thin on the palate in terms of just like the oiliness. Like it's not bad, but this is my first, sip of whiskey for the day. But let me go in for one more. Yeah, you can definitely taste the oak on the palate. I think it's honestly the amount of oak is I think pretty good. It's not overpowering, but it's present. It's now just starting to dry out a scotch on the back of the palate, which I think is nice. Yeah, I mean, you're getting like a lot of that vanilla sweetness. The nut is there on the palate, but it's pretty faint. Yeah, more like I don't know, like a coffee bean. You'd get, how like you can like if you, I don't know, if you ever drink like an espresso shot, like a really like pungent, black coffee flavor. I'm getting like hints of that. Um, a little bit of caramel sweetness, but the primary sweetness I think is definitely coming from vanilla. A lot of oak on the palate. Overall, I think the viscosity there is a little bit, thin. Um, but I mean, again, for $50, I think that's, a great bottle. But I mean, on secondary, you can see those for like going up, you know, closer to like $200. That's ridiculous. Definitely not worth $200. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy, that that I have that bottle, and I mean, I paid $70 for it. Um, I mean, if I saw another one and I was about to finish one, yeah, I'd probably pick another one up. But I think that would probably be like my top dollar. Now, keep in mind this Ballon Bond is a store pick. Yeah, I mean, this thing right here is just like a cinnamon. The viscosity is higher. I mean, again, you would expect it, to be a little off profile coming from a store pick, but just going. I mean, the nose is actually pretty similar. I do get a lot more fruit on this the bottle and bond, which I'm definitely not picking up. This is like heavy vanilla, a little bit of caramel with like a dark chocolate coffee bean, and then like a medium oak presence with a little bit of drying on the back palate. The viscosity is a little thin. I think that this bottle and bond pick is a lot more oily on the palate. It gives you a little bit more like a fruity note. It gives you like big red gum, so like at that level of like cinnamon punch. So love this bottle, and again, I mean I paid like $40 for this. So I mean you got $40 here versus 50. I don't know. This 12 years pretty tough to come by. But yeah. In conclusion, great bottle. I'd definitely give it, one thumbs up. I consider that a buy at $50. Maybe go up to 70 if you really want to get one, but over that, I definitely don't think it's worth it. The bottle and bond, is one of my favorites from the line. This store pick is pretty good, but you definitely don't get the fruity characteristics. There's like a hint of the nut, which I think is like pretty good. But overall, I love like a vanilla sweet oak. And this is kind of like tugging on that heartstring for me. So love the 12 year. But anyways, this is yeah, that was a terrible one. Anyways, guys, once again, this is Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner. If you've enjoyed this video, would you consider giving me a like? Would you hit the thumbs up button? Leave a comment down below. Have you seen the 1792 12 year? Is it even available in your area? If it is, what prices are you seeing it for? And as always, pop the bottles and share the pours. We'll see you in the next one.